Hello guys, now what are the requirements for you to apply for your permesso di soggiorno lungo periodo, which is your permanent stay here in Italy? So I'll be telling you all the documents that you need and the process as well. But before I do that, I want to quickly correct one thing that some of us normally, this mistake some of us normally make. We always say 10 years document, 10 years document. I've said it repeatedly that permesso di soggiorno lungo periodo is not a 10 years document. If it's a 10 years document, the Italian government will also call it 10 years document. They don't call it 10 years document. It's a permanent stay here. It does not have an expiring date. The only thing that when they give you this permission di soggiorno lungo period, they give you a card, which is your permission di soggiorno now, that have validity of 10 years. It is that card that have validity of 10 years, not your permit to stay in this country. You now have an indefinite right to stay in this country. That is why when that 10 years, that card now want to expire, you only go there to change the card and do aggiornamento. You don't renew it again like somebody that want to renew document. You only go there to do aggiornamento. They change that card again for you and they give you another one for 10 years. Because some of you, when they give you this permission, this don lungo periodo, you are not happy because you think it's one of those type of document. No, it's a very strong document that gives you a permanent stay here, because that's the second best document you can get before your Italian citizenship. So I just felt I should make that clarification. Now, so what are the requirements that you need to get this permanent stay, to get this lungo periodum? One of the requirements is your national passport. Whether you are from Nigeria, you use your Nigeria passport. If you have asilo politico and you use titolo di viaggio, then you use titolo di viaggio to renew it. So you need your passport. That is number one. Then number two, you must have a valid permesso di soggiorno. So any type of document that you have, whether asilo politico or lavoro subordinato, you must make sure that that permesso di soggiorno is still valid as at the time you want to apply for lungo periodo. Then the third thing that you need is what we call storico di residenza, that states that you have actually spent 5 years here in Italy, because one of the requirements that you must spend 5 years of continuous residence here in Italy. So you need your storico di residenza to be able to prove that. That not just because of the application, for you to also be convinced, because some of us we will think we have spent 5 years. Is when you now go to all these comune that you have stayed before to print your storico di residenza, you now discover that because somebody called me last week and we discovered that almost 6 months was not inside his residence because they caught it when he was in camp and they did not know. So that is why storico di residenza is so important for you to know if you have actually meet that requirement of 5 years. So for you to get this storico di residenza, you need to visit all the comune that you have stayed. I also told you that for you not to waste money, try and see if you can also call the comune. Maybe you are staying in Verona and once upon a time you stayed in Rome. Instead of you traveling to Rome, you can just call the comune of Rome, of the comune where you stayed, and tell that you need, you want to know the day that you did your residence there and the day the residence ends. So they can also send it to you through email, or you send somebody that is close by to go and help you pick it. So you need it for all the comune that you have stayed to be able to show that you have spent 5 years. So the fourth thing you need is your code, which is your heredity. So if you are single, you are just one person now and you want to apply, so you need a code of about 7,002 euro. That's what you need. But if you are married, you need a code of about 10,504 euro if it's just you and your wife. So if you have two children, you need about code of about 14,005 euro. So I'll just list the amount of code. You can see it on the screen now, so just check it depending on the children that you have. For instance, you are applying for lungo period, it's just you that is applying, your wife is not applying, your children are not applying, but you are married and you have this number of children, you will still need the code based on the type of family that you have. You cannot say, no, I'm the only one applying since my wife is not applying, so I don't need to calculate my family. No, you need to calculate everybody in that family. So you can see the list on your screen to know the amount of code you need for you to apply. Now, then the fifth thing that you need is your language certificate, which we normally refer to as A2. So people call it A2. Yes, so you need your language, Italian language certificate to be able to prove that you have been able to integrate and learn how to speak Italian language. So you need your A2 certificate. So the sixth thing that you need is what we call certificato idoneità alloggio. This alloggio, you can get it from your comune. So you go to your comune to get it. So it's a document that just say that you have a place that you are staying and that particular house actually meets the rules and regulation of that particular comune where you reside at the moment. So you can go to your comune to get it. So the seventh thing that you need is your passport photograph. So you need 4 passport photograph. Then you need a marca da bollo of about 16 euro, And in some questions, they will tell you to go and bring your criminal record as well, which I also advise whether the questioner ask you to add criminal record to it or not. Me personally, I will advise you to go and check your criminal record before applying for lungo period, so you not waste money and waste time and all that. So you can get your criminal record from the court in the city where you are staying. If you are staying in Verona, you go to Tribunale di Verona and get your criminal record. They'll be able to give you there. It is not, I think it's about 30 euro they will give you to see if you have any pending case, or you don't have any criminal record. So if the questioner say you must add it to it, you add it to it. But if the questioner did not ask you, it's still good for you to just know, to be sure that you don't have any crime, because if you have a pending crime, they will not be able to give you this permission de soggiorno lungo periodo. So the other things that you need, that you now have to go to the post office, or you go to CAF. CAF will help you fill the modulo uno. They will fill it with a kit. They will give you the kit you take to the post office to post it to questora. So in that place, you will pay 30 euro 46 cents. That is what you will pay for the process of the permission de soggiorno. Then you now pay another 30 euro again to the post office that is helping you to do all this posting to the questora. So you add the markup bolo of about 16 euro as well. So this happens to be all the necessary things that you need. So they will send it to questora. Immediately there, the post office, they will also give you the date you go and do your fingerprinting. If they did not give you, maybe in few days time, questora themselves will send a letter to you, or send you a text message on your phone telling you the day you come and do your fingerprinting. So you go that day and you do your fingerprinting. Then within 40 days, or within 2 months or 3 months, they'll be able to call you again to come and take your permission de soggiorno lungo periodo. So if they also reject it, they'll also tell you why they rejected it. So most of the time, if you did not qualify for permission de soggiorno lungo periodo, maybe because your residence is not enough, they will not just seize the document. Instead, they will give you 2 years document, or give you 3 years document, depending on the type of document that you have at that particular time. It's not if they will seize it. If they did not give you, they will still give you another document, maybe like the one that you were having before you apply for that permission de soggiorno lungo period. So this is actually one of the requirements that is needed for you to get this your document. Please share this video so that we get to so many people that have been asking me. Thank you and God bless you. And don't forget to use tap send. That happens to be the best app everybody are now using to send money to Nigeria, because it has the highest exchange rate. If you put my promo code HeroesTV, they will dash you 5 euro in your first transaction. You can get tap send from Apple Store or from Play Store. Thank you and God bless you.